Completely surrounded by the ocean, our tropical islands are the ideal place for ocean sports. Hawaii is the ocean recreation capital of the world. We have it all, and because of ideal surf and weather conditions, we do it all, 365 days a year. People travel here from all over the world to relax and enjoy the warmth of the climate, the people, and the water. Kama'aina might think tourists are the only ones who ever get into trouble in the ocean. But injuries and drownings happen to residents, too. Aquatic injuries and drownings can happen to anyone, even you. We are lucky to live in such a beautiful place, where the water is warm and clear, the beaches are clean, and the weather is perfect year-round. But the ocean can be dangerous.
We have a high rate of broken necks and back injuries in the nation. If you are not familiar with the surf, we advise you stay out of the shore break.
It demands our respect. If you want to do any ocean sport, first you have to learn to swim.
They have to be a strong swimmer. We're surrounded by water here in Hawaii, so you have to be able to swim to, real strong. And what they do is they have to condition themselves. Probably most of the kids, like here at the junior guard classes, they have a run, swim, run every day.
Every year, professional surfers and other athletes come here to test themselves against the awesome power of Hawaii's ocean. But professional athletes are not the only ones who play in the famous Hawaiian surf. Kama'aina and visitors both enjoy spending time on our beaches and in Hawaii's waters. Skimboarding is a popular sport at many of our beaches.
Skimboarding actually became a sport over a long period of time. And in World War II, they introduced plywood. They started to make wooden skimboards, or actually at that time called paipo boards. Development over the years has changed from nicer wood boards, laminated with resin, and then now they have the fancy foam and fiberglass skimboards.
It may look safer than being out in the surf, but skimboarding can be dangerous too.
Like any sport, there are hazards to any kind of sport, and with this sport you want to take precautions. You want to have a wax board so your feet don't slip off. Stay low, bend your knees so that in the event you're going to fall forward or backward, you're lower to the ground rather than standing up super tall. Also, you want to skim in an uncrowded area where there's not too many rocks or people.
My favorite sport is bodyboarding. I like it because it's just a total thrill. When you catch the wave, it's awesome.
Bodyboarding and body surfing are a lot alike. They are done in the same places, and they both require the same skills.
First thing before you can body surf is learning how to swim and learning the different rip currents and the nuances of the different beaches. And in Hawaii, you have to pick a spot where you won't have a lot of board surfers or a lot of problems with that. Lifeguards will tell them where the best places are and where the rips are and stuff, because they really like it when people come up and ask them, because a lot of times people just ignore them and go out and get in trouble really fast.
Fins are important for body surfing as well as bodyboarding, and a leash can come in handy too.
Fins are very important to use when you bodyboard because they give you propulsion when you use them on your feet. They give you an extra kick in the water. It'll help you when you go and retrieve your board. You can use a leash also. It's optional. It's just in case it's there so you don't lose your board.
Before you go surfing, know your limits. Know how far you can swim and the size of the waves you can handle. Respect the rights of others in the water. What else should you know about the ocean before you do any kind of ocean sport?
They should know that they should never underestimate it and never turn your back to the water. You should always know what's going on. Don't ever take it for granted that you can be all right in any situation because anything can happen.
Surfing is Hawaii's most famous sport. It attracts a lot of people, both professionals and amateurs. If you want to surf, you have to learn to swim first. Then learn to surf small waves, gradually working up to bigger waves as you get more experience. And there are other things to keep in mind.
The most important thing to know about the ocean is to respect it. To know that once you respect it and take care of it, it'll take care of you. Never turn your back to the ocean, and that means don't turn your back to the waves. You don't have eyes in the back of your head. When you're in the ocean, you know, respect what's around you. You know, if you know that there's a shark out in the water, don't go out. You know, if the waves are too big, be good enough to know that you shouldn't go out and surf in that type of surf, you know. If it's small but really crowded, know that your risk factor in getting hurt is high again, you know, but be conscious of what's happening.
Always swim or surf with a friend. Not only is it more fun, it may help save someone's life. If you get into trouble, your friend can signal for help or stay with you until help arrives. People get into trouble in the ocean for many reasons. Sometimes they don't know how to swim. Sometimes they get swept off the rocks. And sometimes they swim or surf after using drugs or alcohol.
Drugs and alcohol has a lot to do with a lot of kids, especially when they come to the beach. They can, you know, they overdrink, and you know, they can get in trouble. Just like drinking and driving. Don't drink and don't swim.
When people do get into trouble, lifeguards now use jet skis to rescue them. Jet skis help lifeguards get through big surf to get to the victims.
The old-fashioned way, which we call on the North Shore, is using your rescue board, which is a big rescue board, the fins in your tube. The ski is a lot more faster. You can get through the surf, in and out in a matter of minutes, through the currents, through the waves, faster than a paddleboarder could do, you know, with the board or swimming or anything.
Jet skiing can also be a fun recreational activity, but kids should never use jet skis on their own. And if you ride, make sure you wear a life jacket. Only the most experienced riders should try to operate a jet ski in high surf or in deep water, where it can be difficult to get back on if you fall off. Jet skis must be used in designated areas. Jet skis are boats and required by law to stay away from swimmers. Remember, no matter which ocean sport you choose, the most important thing is to know how to swim. Learn that first. The ocean is an incredible place to have fun, but it is powerful, and no person, especially a non-swimmer, is a match for it. You should know how to swim well enough that you could survive in the ocean even if you lost your board and had to swim to shore. So learn to swim. Swim with a friend and have fun safely.